Let's make this gorgeous ruffle coaster. You can make it in one colour if you're an absolute beginner, or why not pick two colours if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous. Let's get started making your gorgeous coaster. To make this super simple coaster, what we're going to need is some DK yarn, a size 3.5 crochet hook, tapestry needle, and some scissors. So let's get started. Taking our yarn, we are going to make a magic ring. And if you need to practice this, just check out my other videos where you can practice the magic ring and get really confident with that. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to count this as if it were a double crochet, USA terms. So we're going to make 12 double crochets into the magic ring. So counting this as 1, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, 5 double crochets, 6 double crochets, 7 double crochets, 8 double crochets, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull on the yarn end just to tighten up our magic ring there. And we are going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the start of the round. So to find this, you're looking for the little V shape. So there's the first one. So 1, 2, and 3. And when we find our V shape there, we just tuck our hook underneath one loop and then the other loop of the V. And we are leaving the other one at the back there. Okay. So there we have it on our hook there. So we simply just pull our yarn through, forming a slip stitch to close the round. And that's the end of round 1. For round 2, we are going to first off slip stitch into the chain space. So we're going to be working the chain spaces for round 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to form a double crochet in the same chain space. So here we've got the equivalent of 2 double crochets. We're going to do that in every single chain space going round. So double crochet and double crochet. So moving into the next chain space, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. And this is quite a nice easy pattern as we go round. We just literally find the next chain space and insert the hook to make 2 double crochets. So we're back round at the start now, where we began round 2. And in each of these chain spaces we have created 2 double crochets, and in the beginning one we created a chain 3 and a double crochet, which is the equivalent. Okay, so to complete this round, what we're going to do, we look for our 3rd chain from the hook. So there's the first V, then the 2nd, and then there's the 3rd. So just take your time to find those loops and just put them on your hook. There we go, and pull your yarn through, making a slip stitch to close round 2. For round 3, we're going to do a similar pattern. We're going to be working in the chain spaces again. So to begin, we're going to slip stitch into the first chain space here. So pulling our yarn through so that we're positioned here. So we're going to do 2 double crochets equivalent in this space. So we're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a double crochet. And then in the next chain space, it's going to be 1 double crochet before we move into the next chain space, and we make 2 double crochets. And in the next chain space, it's 1 double crochet, just 1. And then we're going to continue this pattern all the way around of 2 double crochets, then 1 double crochet. Double crochet, double crochet, and in the next, just one double crochet. There we are, and then in the next 2 double crochets, and in the next 1 double crochet, in the next 2 double crochets, in the next 1 double crochet, in the next 2 double crochets, So looking at what we've achieved so far on round 3, we've got our, if you spread it out just to see it a little clearly, you can see your 2 double crochets, then in the next chain space you've got 1 double crochet, in the next you've got 2 double crochets, and you should have this pattern going all the way round. So I'm going to continue till I get back to the beginning here. So in my next, I'm going to be doing 2 double crochets, double crochet, double crochet, and in the next chain space as 1 double crochet, in the next 2 double crochets, and now we're back at the beginning. I'll just double check our work here. That's looking good. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the start of the round. There we are. So if you're a complete beginner, we're going to continue with the same colour. If you want to change colour and put an accent colour on, watch my video on how to change colour and alternate your colour, maybe with a nice white accent like I've chosen, or whatever colour you prefer. Right, so for round 4, what we're going to do, for round 4, we're going to slip stitch into our chain space. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make a double crochet in the same chain space. So the start of our round, we've got the equivalent of 2 double crochets. In the next chain space, we'll make a double crochet, and in the following, a double crochet again, followed by 2 double crochets in the next chain space. So the pattern you'll see here is 2 double crochets, then it's a double crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and that pattern will go all the way around round 4. So in the next, a double crochet, in the next, a double crochet, in the next, 2 double crochets. Double crochet, double crochet, 2 double crochets. Double crochet, and 2 double crochets. Double crochet, double crochet, 2 double crochets, double crochet, double crochet, 2 double crochets. If you ever don't see where your chain space is, simply just spread out your work with your fingers, and you'll see here where you've got the little loop below, you can see that clearly. That's your chain, and here is your chain space. So if it just helps get a bit of clarity, just always spread it out. Don't be afraid to stop and do that. So in the next, double crochet, in the next, double crochet, followed by 2 double crochets. Double crochet, double crochet. The brilliant thing about coasters is you're making something that you're going to use or gift, and it's a great way to practice stitches. So here we're getting so much practice in of doing a double crochet and also working in the chain space as well, which is really good practice for other projects you might want to take up. I'm just going to untangle my yarn here slightly. You'll find this as you go, depending on if you're working from the outside of your ball of wool or the inside. Today I'm working from the inside. Okay, next one is a double crochet. If you ever wonder where you are, again, just stop and look at your work and you'll see your pattern. So here I've got my double crochet in that chain space, double crochet, so I know my next is going to be 2 double crochets in this chain space. And in the next, double crochet, and the next double crochet, 2 double crochets, double crochet and double crochet, and we should be back at the beginning of round 4. So let's just double check. Round 1 there, round 2, round 3, round 4, and if we spread out our work a little, we can see the equivalent of 2 double crochets at the start there, and yes, we've got our 2 single double crochets and a double crochet there, 2 double crochets I should say there. So let's slip stitch to close this round. Okay, so already we've got a lovely size for a coaster, and you can stop here if you're an absolute beginner and fasten off your work if you wish and just use this as it is, or if you're feeling a little more adventurous, let's add a ruffle edge. So to do this, what we're going to do is we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then working in the front loop, I'll just show you what this looks like. So there's our stitches, the little V shapes here on the edge of our work there. I'll just show you that. Yeah. Okay, so where these little V's are, this one here, if I just put my hook through, that's called the back loop. And the one at the front here is the front loop. Okay, so we're going to be working for this special ruffle edge in the front loops. So to do this, we are going to do double crochets. So yarn over like we have done previously, and we're just going to tuck our hook through just that loop there and make our double crochet. Now in this instance, we're going to make 3 in the same front loop. Oops, and if it falls off the hook, just do it again. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that's our second double crochet in the front loop and our third double crochet in the front loop. So for round 5, going around all of our edge there, we are going to continue making 3 double crochets in our front loop, 2 double crochets and 3. And take your time with this one, because if you haven't worked in the front loop before, it can seem a little bit strange to begin with, so just take your time and you'll soon get the hang of that. So if we lay down our work, you can see already we're getting this ruffly edge going on. And sometimes you accidentally pick up 2, but that's okay. You just pull your hook back out and just till you've got the 1. So let's look at what we've done so far on round 5. So you can really see the ruffle appearing now. And we're just going to keep continuing in the same way until we get back to the beginning of the round. So we're almost back at the start of round 5, and we've just done our 3 double crochets in the front loop here, and in the next we're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so when we began we just did a chain 3, so we need to make this equal to the others, which are 3 double crochets. So into the front loop here we're going to make 2 double crochets, one double crochet, 2 double crochets. There we go. And now we can slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the start of the round. 1, 2, 3. Pulling through our yarn to making a slip stitch. Okay. So all we need to do now is cut our yarn, allow a little bit for sewing in. So I'm just going to pull up a loop and pull through. Pull it tight. And now I will sew in my edges on my yarn. So we just got this tail to sew in if you've worked with one colour, and also where we began, the start of the project here as well. So we're just going to pull that tight and we're going to sew in our 2 yarn ends.